Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining some of the basic chemistry. Now in basic chemistry, what do I mean by basic chemistry, huh? What is basic chemistry? Um, by basic, I mean that you don't need to know a lot about chemistry at all. Even if you don't know nothing about chemistry, you don't even know what's chemistry, that's completely fine. But I just want you to have a little bit of knowledge about cells perhaps, but if you don't, but then let's just begin and get into it and kind of explain what those things are. So, let me rub basic out and let's start with a human, okay? I'm going to be connecting biology with chemistry. First, before we get to the human, let's get to chemistry. What does chemistry mean? Now, chemistry reminds us of one word, which is chemicals. Chemistry, okay? And history is just a thing they added, or chemicals story. That's basically what chemistry is. Now that you know what chemistry is, let's move on to our human. Now, if you don't know what a human is made of organs, cells, tissues. If you don't know that, then let's just get a bit more deeper into it. So, basically, any living thing is made of cells, right? These are how cells look like. Now, they're so small you can't see them with your naked eye. You will need a microscope. Microscope is a zooming machine, right? So you'll need a microscope to see a cell. Now, what can you say cell is? The building block of life. Okay. Now, when you breathe in, what do you take in? You take in the air, and the air has oxygen. Oxygen is a gas that we really need, which is like our fuel. Now, that oxygen travels with our blood, that red liquid that we have in our body, with our blood and goes to our cells. Now, the oxygen is given to our cells, they use it up. Now, if oxygen goes in the cell, oxygen is going to be smaller than the cell. Oxygen, if you want something to go inside something, the other thing which is trying to go inside needs to be smaller, right? Meaning there's something smaller than these little cells. What is that? Okay, now this is where things get interesting. Now, as you know, humans are made of particles, which is basically atoms. Like that, likewise, O2, meaning oxygen, is made of particles too. What can those particles be? Now, they can't be cells. Why? Because cells aren't really, they are for living things, and oxygen or the gas that we inhale is not really living. So you know that it can't be cells. Then what is it? You got me right. It is atoms. Atoms are little particles packed in a kind of like a molecule. Now I'll tell you what those things mean. Now basically, atom atom is something even smaller than a cell. Okay? If you know that this is the whole cell, then an atom might just be a dot in front of that. Okay? So meaning atoms are like so small. Okay? You can barely see it with a microscope. I don't think you can see it. You can only see cells. Now even cells are made of atoms. Okay, atoms are literally the building block of everything. Non-living, living doesn't matter. It's the building block of everything. If you have a piece of paper, now is that living? Is that made of cells? No. A piece of paper is not living. It's non-living, right? So, meaning it can't be made of cells. So what is it made of? It's made of atoms. Alrighty. Now I talked about one more term which was molecules. Sorry, no T. So molecules. Now what are molecules? Now, if you have a atom over here, then in a molecule, those atoms just join together through these little connection thingy things, like that. Those are molecules when atoms come together. Now, there are different types of atoms as well. When I talked about oxygen, oxygen is a gas. And do you expect, well, oxygen to be made of what paper is made of? Well, yes, atoms are both in the both in oxygen and paper, but do you think they're totally the same thing? No, because oxygen is a gas, right? But paper is something that you can feel. It is very different than oxygen. So meaning atoms are different. In O2, there's a different type of atom. In the paper that we saw, in the sheet of paper, the atom is different. So, let's take gold. Gold, the earrings in your jewelry are made of gold. And let's take oxygen. Alright? Now, those two are made of completely different things. But they are made of atoms. Now, types of atoms. So not really the types of atoms, it's the what kind of atoms they are. Now, you might think, whoa, 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 what is all that? Now, this is not something really big. It's a very basic kind of stuff. And if you watch this video again, if you don't understand, ask any questions, then you will surely get this. So stay tuned and let's go into it a little bit more. So gold is made of different atoms. Now, how are those atoms different? Are atoms made of something that makes them different? That's a very good wondering. Now, we're going to be going a bit more deeper into this in the later videos, so stay tuned. This is our this is our playlist of chemistry basics, and you'll get it very easily, okay? But just have that question: are atoms made of something to make the atoms different? Alrighty. Um, Hope you understood this whole topic. Hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.